Hey, what's going on, everyone? Welcome in to episode number 4 of the Booth Talk podcast with Connor Larson and Trevor Tanner. Hope you all had a Merry Christmas. Thank you for tuning into this episode. Doing it here on Sunday night after this week 17 of NFL games. And that's what we're going to mainly go through in this episode is recap. Week 17 of the NFL season. There were some good games in here. There was some meaningless football, I guess you could say, as well. A lot of games that didn't really mean a whole lot in the grand scheme of things, but we'll go through most of these games today. And then we'll also, college football playoff round 2 starts on, what is it, Wednesday and Thursday. So we'll go through those 4 matchups and we'll give our picks for who's going to win each of those playoff games. But without further ado, man, Trevor, good to see you. Let's dive right into this NFL slate, man. Wherever you want to start.
Um, Thursday was kind of a dud. Christmas, not too many
Yeah,
meaningful games besides the Lions losing and ending their season. Essentially, well, not essentially, they did end their season.
yeah,
Um,
season's done.
yeah, kind of a weird year for Detroit. Everyone thought they were going to be at the top of this conference, and they did not play well at all on Christmas. They got beat by Brosmer, I think his name was. Nick
Yeah,
Brosmer.
Brosmer, Max Brosmer.
Yeah, oh, Max Brosmer. See, my bad, brother. Yeah, Max Brosmer didn't play too bad, dude. Detroit, their offense, like, looked so bad. They couldn't get anything rolling.
No.
Uh, just like, I don't know, they just didn't look sound at all. And the season is done for now.
Yeah, the Lions have had a both these teams really have had very interesting years, very different seasons, despite having an 8-8 record through 16 games this season. Um, I was talking with a friend and he was saying that the Lions window could be closing. And that is possible that their window is closing, but I still think when you look around the team, like they have so much talent for this record of a football team with, Laporta had been hurt all year, but Gibbs and St. Brown, Jared Goff, Jameson Williams, Hutchinson on defense, Brian Branch, like there's guys all over the field. Uh, I think the biggest loss for them, one is the offensive line. This season has been a lot of turnaround. You saw guys retire, saw guys get hurt. They didn't perform to the level that they had in years past, which has kind of been their bread and butter of their team is that offensive line. Um, and then it's also the loss of Ben Johnson, to Chicago because the way he's got these Bears cooking right now, you could see like, dude, he was a mastermind for this Lions offense for years past. um, and yeah, like you said, like Detroit losing this game takes them out of the playoffs. I think if they were to make it, they would have been a scary team to face, with all of the talent that they have on both sides of the ball.
Yeah, I mean, I think we mentioned it. Like, I think you and I both thought this Detroit team was going to make the playoffs in these last couple of weeks.
Yeah.
Just didn't play to the level that any of us thought they would. Similar to the Buccaneers, and I mean we'll
Hmm.
get into that here in a bit. But those are two teams that we thought could potentially be in the Super Bowl this year. I don't think that's crazy to say. Just
No,
looking
not
at
at
the
all.
roster, looking at the talent they have, and just have not played good football really since like the middle of the season until now. And yeah, there's a chance both those teams don't even make it.
Yeah, I mean that's pretty crazy, and we'll get to the Bucks like you said in a little bit, but like I mean going into the year, like bro, Detroit was a team that everybody was picking. Like most people were picking that is a Super Bowl team, that is an NFC Championship team, like that is one of the final NFC final teams left when it's all said and done is the Lions, based on the progressions they've made, where the guys are at, the team that they have, and it's just a disappointing year, very disappointing year in this game especially, bro, the Vikings defense is crazy. They are elite. 6 turnovers and 5 sacks against the Lions is you are not going to lose a game where you play like that. And despite, whether it's Brosmer or it's 9 or it's whoever the heck they throw in there at quarterback, when your defense does that, you're going to win games.
Yeah, and I heard I'm blanking on his name right now. Is it Brian Flores, the defensive coordinator?
Yeah,
Uh, Apparently he's going to be a hot candidate for a head coaching job. He was in Miami a couple of years ago.
yeah,
Didn't do too bad of a job, really kind of like looking at what he had. So it'll be interesting to see kind of what happens where he ends up going. Um, Tennessee might be a good fit. I mean, there's a couple of teams that need a coach right
yeah.
now.
That'll be
So
interesting to see in a few weeks, or like after I guess next week's games when everybody gets fired. Because I mean, how many openings do we have right now? We have Tennessee. Um, there's one more team that fired their coach, right?
yeah, I'm trying to think. I
Holy
know it's
blank.
Tennessee for sure. Yeah,
Well, even if there isn't, which I feel there's got to be. I feel like there's one that I'm just totally blanking on. But there's
yeah.
usually like I don't know 4, 5, sometimes 6 different teams that fire their coach each year. So it'll be interesting, after next week's games to see who's going to be looking for new coaches. That'll be fun to talk about, later next week for sure. Is looking at these coaching candidates and the jobs available.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, not too many openings as of right now. We'll see kind of how it shakes up. There was a lot last year and the year before, so that's
Yeah.
probably a big reason of why there's not too many this year. Teams don't want to give up on their guy just yet. Um, Normally, when you are a first, second year head coach, you're going into a pretty bad situation.
Hmm.
So, you know, we'll see what happens. If I mean, Pete Carroll was what on a 3-year deal. It wouldn't be a bad idea to get a new
Fire the
guy
guy.
in there. Well,
Fire him.
yeah, we
We'll
had
get to the
the
Raiders.
tank bowl. Yeah, well, we had the tank bowl today. We'll talk about that in a
Yeah.
bit. But
Yep.
yeah, man.
Any other of the Christmas games you want to mention? Broncos with a win. Dallas with a win.
Um, just a quick thing about the Denver game. Denver's not a good football team. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
That's not ridiculous. That's not ridiculous to say that.
If you look at who they beat, they haven't really beat anyone too notable, and they barely beat them. I mean,
Hmm.
they just went toe to toe with Kansas City on their third string quarterback, and they won because Chris Jones jumped off sides.
Yeah. Yep. That's literally it.
I mean, they're going to get embarrassed in the playoffs because they're going to get exposed. Um, I could see them losing whoever they play first. They could still get the 1 seed,
Hmm.
but I think whoever they play first, they have really good shot at losing.
Yeah, because okay, who's the 7th seed in the AFC right now? It's Buffalo, yeah?
Yeah, right now it's Buffalo.
Okay, so let's say the Broncos get the 1 seed, the Bills play the Pats in the first round, the Bills win.
hmm
Buffalo, Broncos, bro.
I'm taking the
Buffalo's
Bills.
winning that game. The Denver Broncos, like besides their defense, the offense has been super inconsistent. Like you said, they only won this game because Chris Jones jumped off sides. Other than that, they played bad against a Chiefs team that has nothing to play for, no life, no spirit, no players. Like that was a bad win, which is kind of crazy to say, but it was an ugly win, I guess you could say. It didn't look good.
Yeah, no, it didn't look good at all. And yeah, you're going against a team like you said. They have nothing to play for at this point. You can tell the vibe is down in that locker room. No Mahomes on the field, and you only won by 7. Tennessee just went in and put BTA against the Chiefs with
Yeah,
Gardner Minshew in for most of the game. And Tennessee's a bad football team right now. Like they're bad.
bad. Cam Ward would say
And
that they're
you,
ass. So
he was, yeah. Well,
they're that bad.
he has said that. Not that he would. He
Yeah,
has
he
said
did say
that.
that.
Which, hey, I appreciate Cam Ward for keeping it a buck. Everyone was like, "Oh, he's gonna be media trained." Let's get some raw, like, answers up in
What
here.
else is he supposed to say? And that, like, I know that was a long time ago, but like, oh,
Yeah.
we're good, just not competing. Come on, keep it clean, keep it straight.
If I'm keeping a buck right now, we ass.
That's
That
gonna be
was
used
so.
as a soundbite forever, and I'm so glad
Oh
it
my
is.
gosh. Yes. Shout out Cam Ward, bro.
Yeah, I believe in him. I believe in him.
Yeah. 100%.
He's good. He's good. Let's talk about your Chargers, man. Saturday afternoon football on NFL Network, which we also have some thoughts on. Um, but Houston with a 20-16 win on the road, both teams go to 11-5. Um, as a Chargers fan, let me hear your rant, spiel, takeaways from this game.
So, before I get into the game, first things first, can we please start a petition to take games off of NFL Network? Or at the very least, get some new commentators, bro.
Yeah,
I I like Rich Eisen as an
me too.
analyst and as a talk show host. I like him.
100%.
He's not a play-by-play guy. Kurt Warner is not a color guy at all. Okay, if we're gonna keep guys or if we're gonna keep games on NFL Network, I know two pretty good broadcasters myself. You know, you're looking at them
Yeah,
right here.
they might be available,
Like Connor said in the first pod, we're looking for other jobs. So, you know, that'd be a pretty big jump. Palomar to NFL Network, but I'm ready. All right. Put me in,
Put me
coach.
in. Yeah,
Put me in.
we like
We're
that.
gonna
We interlinked.
we're gonna start having weekly games on NFL Network with us up there, big dog. Come on now.
Yes, sir.
But okay, before I get to the excuses part,
Yeah, yeah. I think I know where you're gonna go because I saw something that you liked.
yeah, yeah. First things first, we did not play a good game. Okay, that first half was abysmal. Okay, the first two drives, we had them in third and long situations, and we get hit deep with 40 plus yard touchdown passes.
Damn.
Second thing was our offensive line is god awful, bro.
Yeah,
I mean,
it
Herbert
is.
has to shrug off 300-pound men to even get a pass off. That should not be happening. I mean, it was just an ugly first half. Um, Stroud made a couple mistakes and we couldn't capitalize on it. So like I can't blame it on everything I'm about to blame it on. But you know, we got a pick, got down to the 10-yard line, and Gadsden dropped a pass and it bounced off his hands, and they ended up picking it off. We can't have that happen. Cameron Dicker misses a field goal, which never happens. Seen a lot of people saying check him, put him under investigation. He had money on the game because
That's
he missed a
crazy.
PAT and a field goal within 40 yards. He never does that.
Something's up.
But now I'm gonna get in to the part that you've been waiting for. Puka tweeted, or he might have said on the stream too, a week or two ago, that these refs just want to get their TV time. And if Saturday's game did not show you that, I don't know what will.
Mm,
We had in the fourth quarter, CJ Stroud, he got bodied by Khalil Mack, but he didn't hit him high, he didn't hit him low, and we get called for roughing the passer. I'm sorry, they're gonna say it's body weight. Do you want him to levitate, bro? Like, I don't know what you want us to do. Like, Khalil Mack wasn't even blocked. He came in on a stunt, untouched. He hit Stroud cleanly. He didn't, like I said, didn't hit him in the head or anything. That would have been fourth down. We got the ball back, get the flag out. Okay. The part that really bothers me
hmm
was 3 minutes left to go in the game. Third down. All right, third and long. We sack CJ Stroud. We're gonna get the ball back with like 2 minutes left, a couple timeouts. We're good, right? All of a sudden, flag on the play. What's the flag for?
Hmm.
Illegal contact. When their receiver ran into our corner, pushed him on the ground, you could have called that offensive pass interference. Don't even call it because it was a sack either way. We would have declined it,
Yeah.
you know. But that's what bothers me. This is an extremely important game for both teams. Playoff implications on the line. The Colts obviously wanted the Texans to lose because their season was done after that game.
hmm
And like I said, the Chargers had a lot of missed opportunities in that game. Okay, we didn't play a good game, but Herbert, like I said last week, puts his team on his back, and you just robbed the chance of him even having a chance to come back and win this game
Yeah.
because you want to get the flags out for what? Like, I don't understand that call. You're gonna call a ticky tack call in this big of a game? It's absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah, I kind of knew that's where you were going. I saw you like something the other day about that, and I was like, dang, like I'll be hearing about this. Um, Dude, this was a
Be
pretty
real
big
again.
game. This was a big game, and I think there's a lot to take away from it. First, Houston is insane. They're on an 8-game winning streak right now after the start that they had to the year. I think they were like 0-3 to start the year, if I believe. Uh,
Hmm.
and you know, when teams go 0-3 to start the year, the odds of making the playoffs are really, really, really low. And Houston has flipped that around. You know, clinched the playoffs with that win. Um, and their defense is incredible. They are number one in yards allowed per game, number one in scoring defense, number two in turnovers forced, number five in sacks. That's a championship defense right there. And you know, with CJ Stroud back and healthy and the receiving core that they have, um, and that defense, like they're a scary team to play at this time of the year. They're getting hot. They've been hot, and this is the perfect time for them to roll into the playoffs, and will likely be a road game for them, and go and make some noise for your Chargers. Man, it's week to week. It is week to week with the I think with the vibes of how you feel about this team going into a playoff game. You know, last week against the Cowboys, it was like, bro, we could beat down on a good team with a good offense, and you did that. And then you play against the Texans team with a great defense. You know, you cut it within one. It's a 4 point game. Uh, it is a really close game. You guys had tons of opportunities to win that game, and like you said, you mentioned it. The offensive line is trash. Like if you had Joe Alt and um, uh, oh my
Sean
gosh,
Slater.
Rashawn Slater, y'all, Justin Herbert's not getting sacked 5 times in this game. Uh,
It's Super Bowl level team. I
yeah,
mean,
yeah. If they have an offensive line with those guys, they're a Super Bowl team. I, you know, I think I'll save what I want to say for next week, or maybe for the playoffs. But Chargers might be a first round exit.
I mean,
I know you don't want to hear that, but they might be a first round exit.
with this offensive line, it's not crazy to say, but just to kind of play devil's advocate, as long as we have Justin Herbert, I
Yeah,
think we're in any game. Okay,
I think.
because
Yeah,
we should have got blown out in that game. After looking at that first quarter, I was like, this is gonna be a rough one, and it was. And you know, that's another part of like with the commentators, bro. Like, I was like, dude, can this guy shut up? Like, I'm already frustrated with the game, and I gotta hear Rich Eisen. Oh my gosh, I was like, dude, I'm gonna break my TV right now.
watch
I
it on mute,
can't,
bro.
dude. I was about to, bro, but yeah, that was not a good game. The fact we were even in that was kind of crazy. Like second half, defense showed up, held them to 3 or 6 points. I can't remember. Um, Offense did what they could. Like I said, missed opportunities. Can't blame it all on a couple plays, but
No, but dude, like with Herbert, like giving you a chance in any game, right? And in the playoffs, like with no Mahomes in the playoffs this year in the AFC and the rest of the quarterbacks in the playoffs, like I trust him more than some of these other guys. You know, like I would put the hierarchy Allen, Herbert, 1, 2, in terms of playoff guys right now in the AFC that I would trust. Like Herbert is up there in the ability to carry this team to victories each in every single game. Like there's no doubt about that.
yeah, I mean, and you know, MVP conversations are gonna come up soon, and I know he's not gonna win it, but if we truly talk about who is the most valuable player in the league to their team, it's undoubtedly Justin Herbert. You put any other quarterback on this team, first of all, they might suffer extreme injuries. Okay. Second of all, they're not doing what Herbert is doing. I mean, this dude is legit carrying. We don't have Herbert. We're a two-win team, dog. Like we're up there for the first overall pick.
Hmm.
You know, as much as I love Philip Rivers, he he might have been put in a cardiac arrest if he's with us offensive line. Like he can't move,
Yeah.
you know. Like I don't know. I'm a quick glazing Herbert, but he deserves all of it, man. It's my goat. Don't pause that, bro. I'm
I didn't.
unpause, bro. Resume, like resume, bro. This
All
dude
right. Yeah.
is
Yeah.
king.
I mean, yeah, I don't know. The Chargers are interesting. I think they're interesting every year. You know, they, and you know that
It's
more than
just
me, being
it's
a
just injuries,
diehard.
man.
Yeah.
It's a new year, same story.
All right. The other Saturday game was pretty good. Actually, it was pretty great. The Ravens keep their season alive with a 41-24 win on the road against the Packers, and Derrick Henry single-handedly
Oh,
won people championships in fantasy football and single-handedly won the Ravens this game. 4 touchdowns, 216 yards on 36 carries. Uh, wow, what a game from Derrick Henry.
yeah. I mean, everyone was kind of looking for it all year, and these past couple of weeks, he's kind of gotten better and better. The main thing in the beginning of the year was just like the fumbles. I don't know what
Yeah,
was going on with him. He couldn't hold onto the ball, which isn't like him for
no,
a
not at
dude
all.
his size. Like he's
And
running
the
you
workouts
over.
he does, the workouts, bro, he'll like have people like 10 people punch the ball out of him at the same time and he's not fumbling.
Yeah, that was really weird those first couple weeks. Like
It
he was
was.
like fumbling every single game.
Yeah.
But yeah, this week he was just an absolute monster, and in a battle of the backup quarterbacks with Tyler Huntley having to start, and then Malik Willis, he ends up going down. At some point, they had to put in what was it? Tune is his name? Clayton Tune.
Yeah, I think it was. I just looked at it earlier. I
Yeah.
think that's right.
Um, Still like a pretty decent game from the Packers. Hopefully, Love can come back for the playoff run. They have their position locked up now, I believe.
Yeah.
Um,
7 seed.
Yeah, seven seeds. So, which is crazy because just a couple weeks ago, you were saying how some people were saying the Broncos Packers matchup was Super Bowl preview, and
Those
Packers.
people
If it
might be
wasn't,
stupid.
and I said it. I said none of these,
I Yeah, luckily I didn't
neither of
say it.
those teams will be in. Yeah,
Yeah.
I didn't say this.
I didn't
Some
say
people
it.
said
Some people
this.
said it.
Yeah, but
Dude, Malik Willis. Can we talk about this dude for a sec?
yeah, I'm hearing
Bro,
he might go to the Jets.
he might get paid. He will get paid this offseason to be some teams bridge starter, like a Daniel Jones, Sam Darnold, Baker Mayfield
Hmm.
project. Like, hey, let's see what he can do. I mean, 288 yards, a touchdown, 2 rushing touchdowns against the Ravens. Um, I know last week after Love got hurt, he played and he looked good, which is crazy because he was bad on the Titans a few years ago.
Yeah, but I mean, who isn't bad on the Titans, man? Like
Yeah,
that's a
that's
bad
that's hard.
organization to play for.
That is.
I mean, you look at some of these guys, Sam Darnold, he looked awful on the Jets, looked awful on the Panthers, and now he's one of the best quarterbacks in the league. I'm not gonna say he's anywhere near the best, but he
Hmm.
has Seattle in a good position. He had Minnesota in a good position last year. Baker Mayfield with the Browns. He didn't look very good, even though he carried them to a playoff appearance.
Playoff
Um,
victory, playoff win.
Playoff victory. Should have beat the Chiefs that year if it wasn't for again the refs having to steal the show.
Yep.
Um, and he got ran out of town for Deshaun Watson, and then they were like, "Hey, you want to come back and play the first 8 weeks, and then we'll trade you?" And he was like, "No, like what? Oh, we didn't know this guy was gonna be suspended." Yes, you did. Like you 100% knew that, and if you didn't, you are moronic.
Living under a rock.
Yeah. And so, it's not crazy to see like these quarterbacks who are in bad situations, they go to be a backup, learn from someone better, and then they get their opportunity to start again. And you know, I I don't know where Malik Willis will go. People I've seen like the Jets, but gosh, I hope he doesn't go to the Jets because that's gonna be bad news. But they do have a lot of first round picks though, so
They do.
it wouldn't be a bad, you're gonna want to rather cheap deal and see what happens. And then if it doesn't work out, cool, you're gonna have a top pick the year after, and you go get another guy like a Julian Sand type thing. So
Yeah. Yeah, the off-season talk. I'm so excited for that. Honestly, talking off-season and like rumors and potential trades, draft picks, all that type of stuff. One of my favorite
yeah,
things to do. Um, when it comes to these quarterbacks, like we've seen people want to say, "Oh, this is a trend," like the 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 quarterback that gets moved on from too early and then comes back and is good. Like, dude, these guys need reps, bro. Like some of these dudes, I should have looked up how many collegiate starts did Malik Willis have at Liberty.
yeah, and
I don't
also
even know.
it's Liberty.
Exactly, true. Liberty. But still, like, um, a lot of the threshold, like that number that a lot of teams wanna hit, and the one that Bill Parcells was like, "I'm only drafting a quarterback if they have, like, 25 to 30 collegiate starts." Some of these dudes are getting like, Trey Lance was drafted with 15 games, or not even, like, less than that, like, around somewhere around that number of starts in college, and 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 you expect them to play good right away? Like, bro, they need to play ball. Like, you need to draft a dude that has played 25 starts in college and then is able to get the reps um, in practice, in games, in preseason at the NFL level. And a guy like Malik Willis, in Tennessee, was thrown into the fire on a bad football team, expected to basically carry them. Uh, and he couldn't do that. He was not ready on a bad team against really good competition. And what does he do? He bounces around from, you know, uh, takes the backup job in Green Bay, learns from Jordan Love, has no pressure on him, just able to develop and learn, gets his opportunities, and he plays really good and earns himself probably a $40 million paycheck in the offseason because of Justin Fields makes $40 million. Malik Willis can get $40 million.
I don't like that. I mean, I understand what you're saying, 100%.
Yeah.
I get what you're
I don't
saying,
know if that
and
number's so accurate, but, like, he's gonna
yeah,
get paid something to be someone's something.
yeah. I mean, like a 2 year, like $50 million deal doesn't sound crazy to me.
No,
You
not at
know,
all.
if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out, and you go get another guy. You
Yeah,
know, um, but yeah, I think like you said, it's just the time and not having pressure on you. These guys are brought into an organization that's not good. Like Anthony Richardson, he barely started in college, and he got put onto the Colts, and he hasn't played well. Um, Shadur Sanders had a lot of time playing in college, but he didn't have to worry about starting for the first couple of weeks, and he had a pretty good game today. Um, who knows what'll happen in the future if if they decide to keep certain somebody a head coach. We don't know what his future is going to look like, but yeah, it's just time with these guys. I mean, it takes a lot to be an NFL quarterback. I don't think people really understand like the jump from college to NFL is so much different. Obviously, I can't speak from experience, but especially for a guy like Malik Willis, like you played at Liberty, bro. You didn't play in the SEC. You didn't play anywhere else, like one of these top, Power Five teams. You played for nobody,
yeah,
right? So people expect him to be this top guy. It's like, let's calm down with that. But yeah, I'm happy to see him play well, and hopefully he goes and gets his bag, and has a resurgence of his career.
yeah. Yeah, moving on to the Sunday games, we can run through some of these, like, if we don't ha some of these we probably don't have anything to talk about, and this first one is no exception. Arizona and the Bengals with a 37-14 win at home. Um, Shout out Michael Wilson and Trey McBride. Michael Wilson's really good. I believed in this brother for a minute, and yeah, the Bengals offense is really good.
And we knew that. Um,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah,
it's
no
just
surprise.
it's their defense and keeping Joe Burrow healthy. That's it. Um, I was telling, I forgot who I was telling this too. It's like this part of the NFL season is really fun, but also really boring because there's a couple of games that mean a lot, and then there's also a lot of games that mean jack. You
Yeah,
know, at least to the NFL fan. For these guys, it's you know getting a contract next year or a draft pick. Like your draft position.
Yeah,
Um, so the fans were like, "Bro, I don't care. You're not in the playoffs. Like, get this game off my screen, bro. Like, I don't care."
yeah,
Um, so yeah, not too much to say about that game, but the Bengals got to beef up the O line. They got to get a defense if they want any change because they had the offense, they had the stars,
yeah. They
but
did.
you're not going to be able to do anything with that defense and with Joe Burrow always getting hurt. He's the second best quarterback in his draft class. So
Yeah, that's crazy.
that's not crazy.
That is. I mean,
You think Joe Burrow's doing what Justin Herbert's doing on the Chargers?
yeah, and better.
No, he's not.
Yeah, he's
You're
leading the Chargers to a Super Bowl.
you're ridiculous. You're
That's not
ridiculous.
ridiculous. Burrow is
He's getting
levels ahead of
hurt.
Justin Herbert. That's not crazy to say. It's really
Guys,
not.
please excuse Connor for his lack of ball knowledge.
Excuse
Okay?
Trevor for the Justin Herbert glaze that has continued into this segment.
Because it's valid. It's valid.
Let us know in the comments or on Instagram because this is going to be clipped. Let us know.
Clip it.
Justin Herbert,
Justin
Joe
Herbert,
Burrow.
if people actually have ball knowledge and look at the games and look at
Mm-hmm.
the stats, also, Justin Herbert's beat Joe Burrow every time. Just want to put that out there.
Okay.
Second of all, worst weapons, worst offensive line. Okay? He's still going out there and balling. We are playing football in January. Where's Joe Burrow going to be? On his couch watching
That's not
Justin
his fault.
Herbert.
That's not his fault.
Okay, why is it not Joe Burrow's fault, but it's Justin Herbert's fault when we lose? When we lose, it's Justin Herbert through interceptions. Justin Herbert's got to step up. When Joe Burrow loses, it's his offensive line needs to play better. His defense needs to make more plays. Da 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 da. What is this double standard, bro? Like it's ridiculous.
It's
Joe Burrow
it's
is
not.
not putting up the numbers that Justin Herbert is if he's on the Chargers. No shot. No shot.
Couldn't disagree more.
Justin Herbert's the
Um,
best quarterback in football right now. 100%. I will die on that hill. Clip
all
it.
right, all right.
Clip it.
Moving on, moving on.
No, you move on.
The Browns and the Steelers. Browns. The Browns pull off the win, 13-6, in a stink fest for the Steelers. They couldn't do anything. 2 field goals and nothing else. A bunch of punts in this game for Pittsburgh, and they have now left the door open for the Ravens to come in and possibly win the division next Sunday Night Football when the Steelers and Ravens play each other for the division title. All the Steelers had to do is win against the Browns, against a good defense but bad offense, struggling football team, and they blow it.
Yeah, I mean, just looking at the stats here, like the Browns' offense is bad, man. I mean, they had no run game today. Their
No.
leading rusher, Dylan Sampson, 11 carries for 27 yards. How about Shadur though, completing 74% of his passes, throwing a touchdown, had 2 picks, but doesn't have a whole lot of help around him. And with them playing for nothing right now to go in and beat a team in their division, um, huge win for them. Just kind of going into the offseason. I don't know if you saw that last play though. Rogers threw it like to the right side in the end zone when he had his running back wide open
Mm-hmm.
in the flats. 90% sure he would have scored. Um, I don't know if the Alzheimer's is kicking in for old man Raj, but got to survey the field there, buddy. Come on, but
Yeah.
nonetheless, Browns pick up a big win. That again doesn't mean anything for them, but it does for the Steelers because I wouldn't want to face the Ravens in the playoffs.
Yeah, and to be honest, like I want the Ravens to make the playoffs because watching the Steelers play is hard. It's not fun. At least watching Baltimore, I'd be like, okay, pray to God that Lamar's healthy and
Yeah,
playing, because then it'd be good. And if Like they'll get a home playoff game, and it'd be against Houston probably. Uh,
Houston or the Chargers, yeah.
Houston or the Chargers. Like I would love to watch that instead of watching the Steelers. But yeah, it's just like Mike Tomlin can't go any better than 9-8, I guess. He can't win more than that. He has a chance to go 10-7. I don't really think that's in his pedigree, in his toolbox. It's kind of like, let's go 9-8. Uh, so I'm predicting a Steelers loss next week, barring Lamar doesn't play. But even then, I liked Snoop Huntley and the Ravens over the Steelers. Kind of a early pick 'em. I'm already booking it. Ravens to the playoffs.
Yeah, I mean, if Derrick Henry has the game he did against
Oh,
Green Bay,
100%.
100% they're gonna tear up, and I would be terrified to play the Ravens if Derrick Henry is on that timing that he was on this week. As a Charger fan, I don't want I don't want
Perfect
to face
timing.
the Ravens, but yeah, as a football fan, it'd be a lot more fun to watch Baltimore in the playoffs rather than Pittsburgh, like you mentioned. But yeah,
Yeah.
man, Shadur, bust down my AP, baby. Come on now.
Hey, that's your guy. That's your guy. And
That's
he's
my guy,
playing
dude.
give him another chance, you know? Let's see what he can do next
Yeah,
year. Full off season, give him first team reps, let him plays, just see what he can do. Because like, the boys seem to rally behind him, maybe get him some weapons, just a thought.
just a
Um,
thought. Yeah, just putting it out there.
I don't know, not a GM, not a coach, but maybe something to think about. Um, this Saints game, 34-26 over the Titans. I just wanted to talk about Tyler Shuck.
Yeah,
This dude's really good. He's like 26 or 27 as a rookie because he spent like a billion years in college and used up 3 million things of eligibility, but he's really freaking good. And he didn't start the year for the Saints. Spencer Rattler was their starter to start the year. But he helped lead them from a 13-point deficit against the Titans in this game to go on and win on the road. He's been balling 22 of 27, 333 yards, 2 touchdowns. I should look at his season numbers, but he's really good. So the Saints quarterback, you know, question possibly of their roster. Like I think you at least solve it for another year with the way that Tyler Shuck has been playing this year.
yeah, and I saw some earlier today. I'm not gonna name off all the injuries they have, but the Saints are pretty injured. It's
Oh
like
yeah,
wide receiver two, like almost all their running backs, and he's still putting up numbers. Again, it was against Tennessee. He hasn't played any crazy competition, but I mean, regardless, he's still looking good. And like you said, I think they might, at least for next year, have figured out who they're gonna have at quarterback, which is a huge help. You're not gonna have to worry about that at least for this offseason. Um, yeah, dude, Tyler Shuck's not playing bad. I talked to one of my friends, who's a Saints fan. He's like, he was livid that they drafted him in the first place. He's like, dude, this dude's a
really.
bum. Like, he's 30 years old, da da da. But now he's like, dude, Tyler Shuck, that's my quarterback right there. And I was like, all right, bro, I'll pull it up from April when you were all mad this dude was on the team. But yeah, I could see them, especially in the NFC South. I could see them next year if they get a couple pieces around them, making a run for that division because that
Oh
division is
yeah,
bad. That division is bad, dude.
yeah.
So it could be it'll be a stink fest, but it'll be a shootout for sure.
I mean, just keep an eye on my Panthers. They're just gonna keep doing what they're doing, quietly build a really good team with Bryce Young at the helm. Uh, they're on the come up, dude. Also, another shout out, Chris Olave played every single game this season, so no CTE for him this year, no concussions. I know that's been a big thing for him in the past. Like this dude has been getting absolutely wrecked in years past by the concussion. Shout out to him. 1,000 yards receiving this year, 9 touchdowns. Uh, yeah, love to see Chris Olave do really good because he's a fun receiver to watch, and he's actually a really really good receiver.
Yeah, he was really fun to watch in college, and then like he got on the Saints, and I even said it. I was like, this dude's not very good, but he also just didn't have a very
He's
good
good. He just
situation
got hurt
around
all the
him.
time.
Yeah, he got hurt all the time and had a revolving door at quarterback.
Yeah.
It's hard to kind of get the chemistry going when you don't have any because you don't know who's going to start every week. So hopefully, for his benefit as well, Tyler Shuck will be the QB1 next year. Both of them can stay healthy, and the Saints could be scary next year. Well, not scary, but they could be a playoff team next year. I wouldn't
Scary
say
in their
scary.
division. Yeah.
Scary in their division, yes,
Yeah.
100%. And then even Atlanta these past couple weeks has like strung together a couple wins
Yeah.
when they don't need to, and the Buccaneers have been falling. So
Yeah. Another game. This one actually has playoff implications on the line. It was the Jaguars and the Colts. Jags with a 23-17 road victory in a game that they were down. A good portion of this game they were losing. Their offense, wasn't looking too great the way that compared to the Colts. Philip Rivers balling out again in his third game, third or fourth, yeah, third game, right? Third game with the
mhm,
Colts. Uh,
yeah,
he he looked pretty solid. 147 yards, a touchdown, and a pick. But Trevor Lawrence and the Jags get it done. Lawrence finds the end zone twice via the ground. Parker Washington is a dog in the receiving room. Their receiving core is stacked and loaded. And the Jaguars get this win and they improve to 12-4. And I really, really like this team right now.
yeah. Do you think the Jags can make like a serious run in the playoffs this year?
Yeah, I'll stand on what I've been saying. I've been saying it for like a little bit now to some of my friends. I think they can go to the Super Bowl.
Wow.
Mark it right now, December 28th, 9:56 p.m. Jags can go to the Super Bowl. Can. I'm not picking them right now, but they can go to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I mean that's not crazy to say. They've definitely been the team that looks the most reliable these past couple weeks.
For sure.
If you just look at all the teams in the AFC, it's kind of like you mentioned, it's week to week. With the Chargers, how they're going to be able to hold up with their offensive line. The Bills, they had a close loss today, which we'll talk about in a bit. And then, Houston's looking strong, but can they really pull it together? So the Jags probably, at least right now, are the strongest team. But we'll just see how everything fares with like just their experience in the playoffs. But I don't think it's ridiculous to say. If you would have told me at the beginning of the season, I'd been like, "You're crazy."
Yeah. I mean, you gotta the number one thing for them is Trevor Lawrence. Like, how is he gonna play in the playoffs? Um, what kind of Trevor Lawrence are you gonna get? If he plays like he has majority of this season, you're in a really good spot. But if you look at years past, where he's really struggled, then this is a different team. But their defense, dude, it's like a sleeper defense. The Jags, number one rushing defense in football, allowing just 86 yards a game. They're ninth in points allowed, 12th in total yards. They're the eighth highest scoring offense in the NFL. This is actually a pretty good football team. Like, I know a lot of people want to sleep on the Jaguars because they're in Jacksonville and they got no fans. Although I've met a Jaguars fan, so they do exist. Um, I like this team. This is a good team
Yeah, it seemed like could make a run. As it's just all about Trevor Lawrence. How is he going to show up in the playoffs? No touchdown passes today, but he has a solid team around him. But Parker
Who's
Washington,
better?
man,
Who's better, them or the Texans? Because I think those are two of the three best teams in the AFC.
I think I would take the Texans because I think Houston would give Trevor Lawrence a really tough time. Their
Yeah.
defensive line is the best in football with Autry, Hunter, Anderson, and then their back seven is just so good, man. They give teams issues. We've seen it these past couple weeks. You don't go on an eight-game win streak with a bad defense. Um, and their
No.
offense is just as good. You know, CJ Stroud is looking good. It's just he has to limit the turnovers. He can't give teams the opportunity because, like, if he plays how he played against the Chargers, the Jags are going to win that game because he
Yeah,
had two crucial turnovers, late in the first half that a team with a stable offensive line would have capitalized on. Um, but yeah, if CJ Stroud can just limit the turnovers, like he doesn't even have to chuck the ball down the field. He can dunk you, rely on his defense, and I think Houston's a scary team. They could be a
they
Super
are.
Bowl team.
Yeah, 100%. Um, all right, let's move on to a couple more of these ones. Some of these are pretty quick. Tampa loses on the road 17-20 against Miami. They fall to 7-9. I don't even know what's going on with Tampa. I mean, like the talent is everywhere. I think it's just is it Baker or is it the coaching? Like, I don't know what would you contribute this fall off to be?
Dude, it's everyone at this point. Like this team, we've
That's
said
fair.
it week after week. Like this team is talented, man. I mean, Baker, 75% completion percentage, two touchdowns, two interceptions, 346 yards though. Like this dude is throwing the ball all over the field. Um, dude, like the Bucks are weird. They're so
They are.
weird because they should be a lot better than they are. And they get to go face Carolina next week, but I saw like even if they win that game, they still not might make the playoffs. Because if Atlanta wins,
Dude, yeah, if
then
Atlanta wins on Monday against the Rams and then they win their week 18 game against the Saints, then there's like a
like head
three-way
to
tie
head,
that goes to the Panthers.
yeah. Um, which even if they make the playoffs, dude, it's like now they could be a scary team. Hopefully they put it together and they can make a run. But like, dude, you can make the playoffs. You can't even be happy with that because you should have been a lock a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
Wrapping up that division. And these last couple weeks just putting a bow on it. But you're not playing good football at all
No.
right now. Yeah, I don't know who it falls on. They'll probably blame the coach. I mean, valid because like look at this roster, look at all the stars you have, and you have a losing record right now. Um, yeah, I don't know. The Bucks are weird.
Yeah. Those two Baker picks were bad. They were super underthrown. Um, and also just yeah, they're really underthrown. Um, and I mean, 44 pass attempts, almost 350 yards. Bro's just chucking the ball around. Like it's
Yeah,
like he doesn't even care. He's just throwing it. Uh, yeah, I don't know, dude. Like, do you fire Todd Bowles and then what? Like, what does that do?
it's like who are you gonna bring in
Yeah,
now?
exactly.
Brian Flores would be a pretty good pick. Talking about him going somewhere, he would be solid.
Because he's
You
going to
know,
build a good defense in Tampa, and they have the
yeah.
pieces to have a really good defense. They had one when Brady was there on the Super Bowl team.
hmm Yeah, and then you'll have, a really good run game with White and Irving, assuming they can both stay healthy. And then you have weapons galore for Baker. You have Evans, Godwin, Ibuka, Cade Otton. Like, there's no shortage of
Bucky
weapons on this
Irving.
offense. Yeah. Um, yeah, they're a good team on paper. I guess it's got to go on the coaching, right? I
Yeah.
mean,
I mean, you could also look like Baker's lost two OCs in a row. He lost Dave Canales to the Panthers, and then he lost Liam Cohen going to the Jags. Both those guys are having great times, great years with their new teams. And you look at what they did with Baker, like that's when Baker was at his highest point throughout his career, was when those guys were his OC. And clearly, I mean, maybe you don't make a head coaching change, but you got to make some sort of change, probably the offensive coordinator position, and bring somebody in that could help get Baker back to where he was. But we'll see. Maybe they make the playoffs. Maybe they win a game. I don't think it's likely if they make the playoffs that they win. But crazier things, I guess, have happened. Um, Pats blow out the Jets on the road, 42-10. Drake May throws 5 touchdown passes. Travion Henderson has a day on the ground. Stephon Diggs over 100 yards receiving, and the Jets are bad.
yeah, Jets are bad. I won't be too high on the Patriots until I see them win a playoff game. They haven't
Okay.
really played anyone this year. I saw the NFL post like the top 10 draft order right now, and someone in the comments was like, "Look, it's the Patriots schedule. which I mean, if you look at it, it's
I mean, it
valid.
kinda is, yeah.
Like almost all those teams were on their schedule, and Drake May's playing good. The offense is really rolling right now, but until you beat somebody, um, I don't know. It's hard to say. I mean, they have a chance for a first round bye, but there's a lot of good teams in the AFC. Like there's a chance they'll have to play Houston or play Buffalo for the third time this year.
Yeah.
Um, if they can win that, if they'll have the advantage of being at home at least. But for a lot of these teams, I don't think that'll really matter. Like if Buffalo has to go to New England, like who cares? They already beat you in your house.
Yeah.
Um, and we came back down 21 points. So until they win, until Drake May proves he can ball out against a good team, I'll stay silent on the Patriots hype for right now.
That's kinda valid. I like them. I think they're a really good team, but I mean, it's fair to be like, let's see you do it against a good team in high stakes games.
Yeah.
Um, Seattle picks up a road win against Carolina, 27-10. Uh, Panthers, all they had to do is win this game. With the Bucks loss, and they win the division. Instead, they lose. Seattle just proves once again how great of a team they are. This game was like 3-3 midway through the third quarter before the touchdown started rolling in. Charbonnet got in the end zone twice. Darnold threw a touchdown and a pick. Um, Seattle's a good football team, and they're one of it's them and the Niners at this point that are vying for that number one seed in the NFC home field advantage throughout the course of the playoffs. So, lots to play for Seattle. They play against the Niners next week in what will be a fun game, and then obviously Carolina against Tampa next week. Bryce Young didn't play good at all. 54 yards, no touchdowns and a pick. Interesting.
Dude, that's insane. 54 passing yards, bro. What the heck is
Yeah.
going on over there?
I thought I had a typo for a second, but I had to double check. No.
Yeah, I mean, and their run game didn't help them either. Dowdle, 59 yards on the ground. I mean, he averaged nearly 5 yards a carry, so he doesn't really get the opportunities. But yeah, Carolina is an okay football team. They benefit from being in a pretty bad division, and then going against Seattle today prove that they're not anywhere near uh, kind of going over that hump yet. They have a chance to be in the next couple of years. Like you said, second year head coach, young quarterback. Just got to get the pieces for him. But yeah, Panthers are not. I really hope they don't make the playoffs, man, because they're gonna get uh, pummeled by whoever they have to play. Because it would
Yeah,
be
they'll be the
either
4 seed, so they're playing the 5, the Rams probably.
the Rams or the Niners, probably.
Yeah, good luck.
If Seattle wraps it up next week, yeah, no, that's gonna be a bloodbath.
I will say, Bryce Young's improved every single year for sure. Like, the stride he took from last year to this year has been pretty big. I would say not huge, but, like, he's made a big stride. You could tell that he's better and more comfortable. They have him a true number 1 receiver in Ted McMillan, who's gonna be a dog. Um, I think it would be nice for them to add another guy for him, whether it's a receiver, whether it's a tight end, whether it's beefing up the offensive line. Um, but yeah, I think they're going to be good going down the road. But whoever makes it from the NFC South, like they don't stand a chance in the playoffs. There's no shot.
No, you're gonna have to go against a really good 5 seed. Like, dude, it's gonna be rough.
Yeah, it's gonna be tough. Um, the Poop Bowl happened on Sunday. The bowl for the number 1 pick, Giants and the Raiders. Man, this was something fun to follow throughout the week. Raiders, we're benching we're everybody. Brock Bowers, IR. Max Crosby leaves the building, unhappy with our plan. What's our plan? IR. Max Crosby. Knee surgery. That's cap. Max Crosby's out. Trade him. Trade him. Trade him. Trade him. Trade him. We can get 2 first round picks easy for Max Crosby. We don't need him no more. We're not competing. We lose this game 34-10 with an 80% chance to get the number 1 pick in Vegas, baby. Let's go. We lost, but it's a big time win for the future of this franchise. As long as we lose against the Chiefs, I don't feel good about that. Saying that, I don't feel good about it because the Chiefs are trying to get a higher draft pick. They got nothing to play for. They got a trash. They got some bad guys playing right now. So let's hope we can lose to the Chiefs and get the number one pick and get ourselves Fernando Mendoza, Dante Moore. Pick your guy.
Cisco.
Oh,
Um,
we'll figure that out. But yeah,
yeah, go ahead and take Mendoza.
I know you
That
don't like
dude,
him.
I don't like him, and also like just him on the Raiders is weird. Like his personality is not a Raider,
It's not a
bro.
Raider.
Like
Not a
it's not
Raider.
a Raider. He's not.
It's
He's
not.
not gonna thrive in there, man. Like he reminds me of that kid, like the meme, like stop saying cuss words, guys. Like that's gonna be him if Max Crosby
No more
stays.
cuss words.
Yeah, no more cuss words. Like, we're like, guys, let's be nice. Come on. They got all the Raiders fans out there, all the felons, dude. Like,
Damn.
um, am I wrong?
No comment.
Connor, nah. um, yeah, something's gotta stop with this. Like, you're putting all your best guys in IR for what? I mean, like you're saying, oh, Max Crosby's hurt, and he's coming out and saying, no, I'm not. Like,
Yeah,
I'm
he's
not
not holding
hurt.
back.
Yeah, which I respect that because like
Yeah,
you can tell that dude's a competitor. I like Max Crosby. I hate that he's in our division. That I have to root against him because he's a fun player to watch.
he's really
Um,
good. Yeah,
Now you talk about a Raider. He's a Raider, bro. Like
hundred
through
percent.
and through. He's a Raider. Um, but yeah, we got to stop this tanking stuff. I don't really know how you do that because I don't like the idea of a lottery. I hate
No.
the lottery, like with the NBA and all that. I don't think you can really do that with football because it's just so year to year.
Yeah.
You need talent. Don't ruin team changes like that. But just the BS with we're just gonna bench all of our best guys so we can get a first overall pick. That's ridiculous. Stop that.
Hmm.
Um, and by the way, you still have Geno Smith as your quarterback, so there's a very good chance y'all would have lost that game regardless. You know, I
Exactly.
mean, Geno Smith is bad, dude. I mean, two interceptions today, 20 for 28, 176 yards. Um, yeah, I don't know. Y'all need a lot more than just a quarterback for sure, though. So,
Yeah, I mean, 100%. I look, Tom Brady. You can hire me in some capacity, but just let me do this. That's all I want to do. Is I want to trade Max Crosby because he's really good and he's getting older and he doesn't fit the timeline of the Raiders. He doesn't. He's he needs to go
valid.
somewhere he can win. And there's a team out there, some team that will offer at minimum 2 first-round picks for him. Think about Sauce Gardner just got traded for 2 first-round picks. Quinton Williams got traded, I believe, for 2 first-round picks from the Jets to the Cowboys. You're telling me somebody won't pay 2 first-round picks for Max Crosby? Send him anywhere. Send him in our division. I don't care. Give us the picks, right? Then we got the number one pick. Let's say we don't like our options at quarterback. We don't like Mendoza. We don't like Dante Moore. They're not our future. Trade the pick. Trade the pick for more picks. We are loading up like like I did in Sleeper. We're loading up on draft assets. I don't care. We need a lot of stuff. I'm happy we have this leverage at number one. Unless we lose or unless we win against the Chiefs and it's all out the window. Um, but yeah, I'm excited as a fan, kind of.
So you would consider trading the first overall pick?
Only if like you don't like one of the quarterbacks because at number one, your number one pick in this year's draft is a quarterback, likely Mendoza. So if you don't like him and you don't think he's your quarterback, trade him or trade the pick because then at that point it's just like, okay, yeah, you could draft who you think's the best player available, but then you're missing out on all the assets that like the Jets could offer you for trading up 3 spots. So
Mhm.
it's all dependent on what you think of the guys. And honestly, I don't really know what I think of Mendoza yet. I'm excited to see watch him on New Year's Day, which we'll get to in a little bit. Um, let's round out these games from the Sunday slate. Eagles and the Bills was actually probably one of the best games of the weekend going into it. The game itself was that was pretty good. Eagles with a 1 point win, 13-12 over the Bills. Josh Allen and the Bills were unable to convert that 2 point try to give them the lead at the end of the game. They decided not to tie it and go to overtime. They wanted to get the dagger for the win, and they lose by a point.
Yeah, dude, I like going for it there. I hate going to
Yeah, me too.
overtime. You know, you had the chance to win it, go for it. And he was open in the back of the end zone, and Josh Allen just he just didn't throw a good ball.
No,
But I don't mind the play at all. People, I mean, it's always hindsight's 2020. Um, but yeah, go for it at that point. You have one of the best quarterbacks in football. Um, Against an Eagles defense that was solid. Like, who says if they did go to overtime, they would have had the opportunity to score again? They held the Bills to 12 points today. I believe that's the lowest of the season. Um, it's just, dude, the Eagles' offense is not good. I mean, this Bills'
no,
defense isn't strong at all, and you put up 13 points. Um, Kind of crazy, but yeah, and I mean, not a bad loss for Buffalo, but
no.
yeah,
I mean, you could see the Eagles' defense has been playing a lot better the last few weeks. Like that's really the strong suit of this team is their defense. I mean, they sacked Josh Allen's 5 times. Also, Josh Allen was like he has a foot injury, which they haven't released a whole lot about. Um, so we don't really know how bad it is. Apparently, he went to the X-ray room after the game. So, for Buffalo, like if you if you want to have a chance to go to the Super Bowl this year and win the Super Bowl, you're gonna need him to play. Like his foot needs to be good because you need him to be able to run around, scramble, extend plays, use his legs, and then also, obviously sling the rock. Um, this was a weird game, man. It's just one of those like low scoring games between good teams with a bad offense for Philly, good defense, and then uh, the Bills just unable to really score throughout the course of the game.
yeah. Hurts not having a good day, not really having a good season. Uh,
No,
was it 13 to 27 for 110 yards? I don't know what's going on over there. Um, I don't know if it's Hurts. I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator. Something needs to change, and obviously you're not gonna trade away Jalen Hurts. I mean, he's still a good quarterback, but yeah, you got to get him a capable play caller. I mean, my goodness, he should not be
yeah,
playing like this at this
right,
point of the season.
yeah, 100%. Both these teams are still safe. Both 11-5. Don't really have anywhere else to move in terms of playoff standings. But it was a good game nonetheless, and who knows? Maybe we'll see them again in the Super Bowl.
Oh,
Uh, Final game, Sunday Night Football, and this was the most fun game I've watched it all weekend. Absolute dogfight from beginning to end. 49ers 42, Bears 38. Um, Dude, this thing got started from the jump when the Bears got the pick six on the first play of the game on Brock Purdy. Caleb Williams and the boys and Brock Purdy and the Niners just going back and forth throughout the game, dude. What a game tonight, man.
yeah, dude. I mean, a dog fight. I mean, I had texted you after Jennings scored that, and I was like, the Bears are going to win this game.
Yeah.
Just looking at their offense, I mean, and they were down to like what the 4 yard line.
Hmm.
Um, Caleb Williams had that running back on the swing route. I don't know if you saw him, but
He
Swift
did.
was open. If he
He
would have looked to
was.
his left, he would have had him. I was screaming, throw it!" But um, a great game from both teams. Terrible defense, bad
Yeah, no
defense.
defense. No D.
No, not at all. But I mean, dude, Caleb Williams, like he's making that leap with Ben Johnson.
He is.
25 of 42, 330 yards, 2 touchdowns. Brock Purdy, besides that that first throw of the game, he played really well. Um, 3 touchdowns, the pick, 300 yards, and he ran in 2 touchdowns. and got to see him hit the Dougie a couple times today.
Yeah, that was nice. Learning
But
from Mac
yeah,
Jones or something, dude. That
yeah,
white boy
man. I
motion.
mean, God forbid a white boy got a little motion, dude.
Yeah, come on.
Got two guys right here, dude. We got motion. But yeah, dude, great game. These offenses are electric, and the Bears, even though they lost, like they went against a really good 49ers squad and prove that like this isn't a fluke. This
No,
isn't like a one-off year. Like this team can't compete against anybody in the NFC. Like it's not
without a
crazy to
doubt.
say they might make the Super Bowl, but
I don't think
the
that's
defense,
ridiculous.
if the defense plays how they play tonight, it's gonna be rough. But the fact that
Yeah,
your offense can put up that many points and you still almost won that game, that's pretty crazy.
yeah. There's a lot really from both these teams to talk about. Like the Bears, as you mentioned, like they proved, I think, with this game and even just the resume that they've built up over the last few weeks is like, bro, this is a good team. Like this is a team you should take seriously. This is a team that can win multiple playoff games. Um, and hopefully, come playoff time, they get Roma Dunze back to add to Luther Burden III, who had a great game today with a touchdown. Colston Loveland has finally started to break out the past couple of weeks. DeAndre Swift, Kyle Monungai, like that's a good RB tandem right there. And then their defense, the number one defense in terms of turnovers throughout the season. And they got another one today to start out the game. Flipping over to the other side with the 49ers, they have a chance at the one seed, which would mean that they'd have every single playoff game through the Super Bowl in San Francisco if they keep winning, which would be crazy. And despite their defense being pretty mid, and some like their running game is actually not that good with Christian McCaffrey. He's been better like in their passing game. Um, but they're still like this offense is rolling. Brock Purdy's a guy. CMC's doing his thing. And that's even with Kittle hurt in this game. Like, just wait till he comes back in the playoffs. Uh, these are two scary teams. Like, I wouldn't want to play either of these teams in the playoffs because it's going to come down to the wire and you might lose.
Dude, Christian McCaffrey is a dog, and he's banged up right now,
Yeah,
and he had nearly 200 scrimmage yards today, 140 in the ground, 41 through the air. I mean, yeah, dude, if you can get Kittle back, and then like Jennings is solid, Pearsall kind of stepped up this year. The 49ers could be a squad, and just imagine if they had Fred Warner on their defense still, like, dude. They would be crazy. But
they
if you
would.
like you mentioned, they win this week and they'll have every game at home going through the Super Bowl. Like that's ridiculous.
Yeah, yeah. That would be quite the home field advantage for them. You know. Um, Yeah, final game. That was the final game that has been played. There's a game tomorrow, Monday Night Football. Rams Falcons 11-4 against 6-9. Rams favored by 7 points. Who do you like, and why do you like them in this game?
I think it's the Rams.
Yep.
Um, not really much to say. Falcons, even though they have beat a couple teams these past couple weeks with nothing to play for, the Rams are the best team in football, coming off of a close loss on Thursday night last week against Seattle, and they're fighting for playoff position, and just kind of they just got to stay healthy and keep this kind of string of wins going. Yeah, I think it's the Rams, 100%. Yeah,
Whose house?
Chargers
Rams
house,
house. Rams house. They're winning this game. Um,
Chargers house, both up.
mm, More like the opposing team's house. Um,
All right, all right. You watch that game Saturday, dude? It's pretty loud. Okay, it's pretty loud.
for Houston.
No,
Yeah, it
no.
wasn't. All right. Um,
We had 100% capacity for the first time since we moved to LA.
Dang, that's actually crazy. It's taking that long.
Yeah, dude, that's pretty
That's pretty
sad.
crazy.
That's pretty sad.
It's a
Yeah.
long time. What is that, like 10 years?
like 4 or 5.
Well, I mean, I guess yeah, but then you're not really counting the soccer stadium, huh?
Oh yeah, my bad. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Dang,
It's
that's
just gonna
crazy.
be
It's been that long out of San Diego. What a shame. Um,
bring them back.
yeah, seriously. They got to go back at some point, right? You think someday in the future they'll be back in San Diego? They LA for life.
I think at some point. I don't think it's anytime soon, but
Yeah. I
it'd be
mean, why would
cool.
you leave SoFi? And you just built a practice facility.
Yeah, no. Oh yeah, yeah. No, never
Yeah,
mind.
never mind.
Scratch that.
LA for life.
Scratch that.
Yeah. Um,
Hate
kind of
LA.
crazy. The Rams basically had another bye week. When you think about it, they played on Thursday against the Seahawks way long ago, and then now they play on Monday. That's a big break. That's actually clutch for them.
Yeah. Or it could be bad. I mean, some
It
teams
it
when they
could be
have
bad.
that
Yeah,
when they
that
have
is a
that
long break.
long break. I mean, we're about to get into college football. I mean, these teams that had a bye week haven't played in like a month.
Yeah.
Um,
No, yeah,
yeah,
for sure. I think the Rams will come out hungry, especially after that loss and just everything surrounding that, and beat up on Atlanta. Um, all right, let's get to our final topic, final segment of the day, and it is college football round two. Uh, these are the bowl game ones. 8 teams remaining, and we'll start with the Cotton Bowl on New Year's Eve. Number 10 Miami, number 2 Ohio State. Um, this game's in Texas. Cotton Bowl's in Texas. Yes, it is. Uh,
yeah,
Ohio State should win this game. Miami did not do anything against Texas A&M. They got lucky that they won that game, and you're going against the number one, number two, whatever you want to call them, best team in the country and in college football in Ohio State. Julian Sain, Jeremiah Smith, Carnell Tate. This is Bo Jackson, their running back. Bro, they just ring. Did they just freaking de-age the OG Bo Jackson? Like, what are they doing? This dude's insane. Ohio State, the line is 9.5. Give me Ohio State by 2 touchdowns over Miami.
yeah. I'm right there with you. I think Julian Sain's gonna have a day. I think this whole offense is gonna have a day. Probably the best offense in college football right now.
Yep.
Um, yeah. Give me Ohio State. Miami's gonna get embarrassed. And it's going to bring the conversations again. Should this team be in the playoffs? But regardless, they're in, and they will not be after Wednesday or Thursday.
Yeah, they won't be going into 2026. That's for
Wednesday.
sure.
Yeah, they will play their final football game of 2025 on the final day of 2025, bro.
All right, next game. There's 3 on New Year's Day, which, man, I'm glad I'm home from school. I'm glad I don't have any obligations really because I'm excited to watch football on this day. Number 5, Oregon. Number 4, Texas Tech. Wow, this is going to be a crazy game. Oregon is favored 2.5 points. This is in the Orange Bowl. That's going to be a good game. It's going to be a really good game.
It's going to be a good day. This is tough to pick. Um, Gosh, man. Texas Tech doesn't really have the experience. Oregon, do I really believe in them? You know what, man? Give me the underdog. Give me the Red Raiders.
All right, yeah.
Give me Texas Tech. I don't I don't know, man. I don't know if I believe in Oregon to play 4 quarters of good football. I think
Mm,
if Texas Tech can kind of hang in there, I think, depending on how Oregon plays, if they started the first half strong, I think they have a weak second half like we saw last week
yeah,
or 2 weeks ago. I don't know. This whole thing's weird. We need to play
week and a
week to week.
half. Who even knows?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'd like Texas Tech, but they haven't played in a while, just like all 4 of these teams that had the bye, which that's got to stop. Let's get that out of here.
yeah,
Um, but yeah, I like Texas Tech. Not confidently, but I'll take Texas Tech.
yeah. I mean, that's not ridiculous. They're a very enticing pick. I'm gonna go with Oregon. Um, I don't know, man. Like, this is a tough one. Like, okay, am I gonna pick against a Big 12 team who's really, really good coming off of, I don't even know, a month break of football? Um, or an Oregon team that, yeah, like they've have struggled and they didn't play good in that second half against JMU. Um, but this is one of the best teams in the country in Oregon. I mean, Texas Tech, you can say the same thing. They're one of the best teams in the country also. Oregon, I think they got the firepower on the offensive side of the ball, and I'll pick them uh, to win this game as the, I guess, the upset because it's the 5-4 matchup. All right, Rose Bowl game is number 9 Alabama, number 1 Indiana. Indiana favored by 7 in this game. I'm gonna take Indiana. I kind of am worried just looking at it. Like Bama, they haven't been great, but they beat Oklahoma, comeback win on the road. Um, but I think this Indiana team is levels ahead of where they were last year. Obviously, they beat Ohio State already this year. They are a proven great team with a better quarterback and a better head coach.
Yeah, this is gonna be another really good game. Tough to pick, but I'm gonna go with the team that has the more experience. A team that's coming off a bit of a big win. Give me Alabama.
Okay.
Um, little bias. I'm not a Mendoza
Yeah, this
guy.
dude's a hater, bro.
um, I don't think he's gonna show up. I think I'm gonna call it right now. Two interceptions from Mendoza. I think this Alabama defense will scare him, will frighten him. They're not going to have home field advantage, which is another topic. Let's keep playoff games at home. I think that's electric atmosphere. That's what college football has over the NFL is just
Yeah.
a home atmosphere. So keep that for the playoffs. But I like Alabama. I like how they played in that second half. They could have just, died 2 weeks ago, but they fought back, had a couple of key plays go their way. Call it luck, but they're here, and I think they will take this one on Thursday.
Well, I like the fact that we are, picking different teams on some of these games. It makes it a lot more interesting,
Yeah.
uh, just for the fun of it. And final game of the second round, All State Sugar Bowl. Number 6, Ole Miss. Number 3, Georgia. Georgia favored by 6.5 points. I think Georgia. I think there's 3 teams in college football that can win a national championship. I think it's Ohio State. I think it's Indiana. And I think it's Georgia. So I'm going to take Georgia over Ole Miss in the Sugar Bowl.
Yeah. I'm gonna tell you right now, if Ole Miss had Lane Kiffin, I would take Ole Miss.
That's
But
not crazy.
without,
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, without a lot of the coaching staff, um, I think it'll be a close game. I like the line at 6.5. I think it'll be a one-score game. Give me Georgia, similar to Alabama. They have the experience. They have the head coach that's been there before. Um, yeah, I'll take Georgia in this one, but it's gonna be a close game. I honestly wouldn't be surprised if Ole Miss pulls this one out.
Mhm.
They've had a lot of close losses this year. I think they played Georgia earlier this year, didn't they?
I believe so. Yeah.
Yeah, and that was a close one. So
That should. I'm pretty sure that's Ole Miss's only loss on the year is to Georgia.
yeah, so like I said, if they had Lane Kiffin, I would take Ole Miss, but they don't. So I'm gonna take Georgia.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Two of the same, two different ones. So that'll be fun to see on New Year's Eve and New Year's Day. Um, yeah. That's kind of all we got for this episode. Thank you guys for tuning in to. Hopefully, you watched the whole thing. Might as well. Uh, I don't see why you would ever click off of this podcast.
Yeah, I
What
don't
else you
click
got to
off
watch
it.
is better than this? Yeah,
Nothing.
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. But thank you everyone for tuning in to this episode number 4. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment, share, repost, everything. Do it all. We really appreciate it. Another episode coming out later this week. Have a happy new year. Thank you for all the love and the support. It's been Trevor and Connor, and we'll see y'all on the next episode.